Hey guys, it's the Technetic, and today I'm going to show you how you can create your very own Minecraft mod. But before we get into it, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and drop a comment down below on what you want my next video to be on. So without further ado, let's get into the process. To start making a Minecraft mod, you want to go into your browser. So for example, I'm using my Chromium Edge. You can use Google Chrome, any browser will work well. So you want to have that open. You want to type in MCreator, or for me it'll redirect to mcreator.net. So you want to go to this website. I'll have a link to this in the video description. So you want to click on download. You want to go to the latest version. As you can see, this will work with Forge versions 1.14.4 and 1.15.2. So if you want to test out your mod, you can use Forge versions of these. So you want to go over to your download section. And you can go to in here it'll ask for an exe installer, 32-bit or 64-bit. Most PCs today have a 64-bit, but if you don't know which one you have, I'll have an article linked down below on how to find out which architecture your operating system has. So I already know that mine's a 64-bit, so I want to go over to 64-bit. So now it should start downloading automatically, so we just have to wait. See, and then it starts downloading MCreator. Okay. So it's not that big, but it might take a little bit of time for some slower PCs. After MCreator finishes installing, you want to click on Open File. For you, it just might be a pop-up, so you want to click on that and minimize it. So now I believe it should start downloading. See? So if you look at my screen, it's dark because I have these administrator privileges thing. So you want to accept the user account control pop-up. You want to accept that. So yeah, after accepting it, it'll go through the guide. So once you're on the setup screen, like here, you want to click on next. Just proceed. You can read all of this if you want. I've already read it, so I can go to agree. Just leave this how it is. If you have a designated hard drive for files, then feel free to change this, but I have this how it is, so I'm just going to keep this as is, and I'm going to hit install. After MCreator finishes installing, you'll be greeted with this message. So you want to leave this checked. So you want to click on finish. So this will close out, and now we'll have the application open. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to click on New Workspace. I have an existing demo one. It didn't actually work out too well, so I'm not going to use that. But for most of you, if you haven't used the app before, you'll want to click on New Workspace. For mod display name, you could name this anything you want. For purposes of this video, it's going to be creating a biome. So if you looked at the title, it's going to be about me creating a custom YouTube biome. So I might as well just call this Technetic biome. So I'm going to leave everything here. Forge, I use 1.14 for Forge, so I want to use 1.14. So if you want to use 1.15.2, then you can use this. But I use 1.14.4. So I'm going to accept that. So yeah, so just everything, you can leave your workspace folder how it is unless you have a designated spot. And then you can click on create new workspace. Okay, this is just like a community page. You can always just close this out. So now it's just doing some generic startup. So This takes a little bit of time, so we'll just wait for this to finish loading in. After your thing is finished processing, you'll be greeted with that line, but as you can see on my screen, I'm greeted with something different. To get to this page, you want to click on Workspace, so now you'll be with this screen. So now to further continue, we want to click on New. We want to create a biome, because that's what this video is about. We can name this Biome Technetic. So now we can change all these elements. So as you can see, this is for the ground block, so that will be like when you look. So like for example, in a standard biome, it would be grass, and underground would be dirt. But for here, we'll do something different. I will look, so I'm gonna put in my custom channel art because I want my channel art for my biome. Okay, so I'll do that real quick. One dumb mistake that I just realized is, for any of you guys who just want this, to create a custom element, you will have to create a custom block. So I'll just do that real quick and I'll be back after that's done. Okay, so now with my Technetic ground done, now we can go to ground block and we can go over to custom, and now my block will show up with my channel logo. So we can click on that, use selected item, and there. Now we have the ground block selected. Now for underground block, I want to create a custom texture, because who does not want a quick custom texture? So this time I'll do it with you guys, because this can be very useful and pretty cool. So for workspace, we have to go here. We want to create a new block. Let's just call this, so for mine, I'm just going to call this Technetic Underground. So for left, we want to create a texture because I don't have a logo for underground. So I'm going to click on create texture. Let's see, what do I want to, let's see. Okay, fill with transparency. I've honestly never, oh yeah, so here, now what we can do is, we can generate from a template, like, I want it to be an ore of some sort, so I kind of want, like, diamond ore for my, no, not diamond ore, but I want an ore template. So there, so I can randomize this to an ore texture. So I like this texture, so let's see. I'm gonna go to my channel art real quick. Okay, maybe not. I'm gonna get a rough idea of it. I'm just gonna choose a random, let's see, a random hex code, because why not? See something that I like personally as a color. So let's see this. Okay, so I like this color, but there's actually a problem. It looks a little too much like lapis, so we want to make it unique from lapis. So I guess what we can do is kind of randomize it to something you like. So I could probably do this, but this is emerald. Problem solved. We can go here and we can make this a nice dark blue. If you reset, see, it has its own unique texture of sorts. I want to apply different noise, so you can create. So now I guess you have your own, or you can save this texture. It's a block. I guess I can call this Technetic Underground. Okay, we can do that. So it's a block. There. So now we have a block of our own. So now what we can do is, when we go to our block texture, we'll have a new option here, which will be our texture. So as you can see, this is now our defaulted section. For the description, I can put in underground layer for Technetic biome. Default basic. Just leave all of these how they are. Save mod element. So now if we go back to biome Technetic, we can now select our new underground layer. For air color, we can kind of choose this anything you want, like the color of the air. I guess I'll just leave it to its default. Grass color. We are at the Technetic, so I'll make this how this is. Watercolor. We love like aesthetics, so we'll make it a nice, fresh turquoise. So I like this color scheme so far. We don't need custom trees. If you want custom trees, then you can go design that on your own. But for now, I'm just going to use standard Minecraft trees just to make it simple for us. So now we can click on save mod element. So now we have our very own mod. So now, okay. Oh, there's more. My bad. We can go to features. We can go in depth about this. Biome. I guess I want to do nice, cool. Biome category. Plains. I'm just choosing random stuff. Biome weight. Whatever this is. Overworld. Yes. Entity spawning. We can choose which mobs can spawn. So it would be really cool if we could have like creatures, just random creatures. We want a mob-free community. So ambient. Animals, can't go wrong with animals. So now we can save this. And boom. Now we have our very own mod. If you want, MCreator has a whole suite of textures that you can create. You can have a loot table, music disc, even your very own item. So, as you can see, the possibilities are endless. And maybe if you want, I can create this into a series just for like creating your own mod. Let me know in the comments if you want that. Now that we're done creating our mod so far, what we can do now is we can hit Control E on our keyboard, which will export this. So you can just let this do its own command line processes, and then now you are allowed to export this into a jar file. So I'm just going to put this in my downloads folder for now. So I might as well name this, let's see, Technetic biome.jar. So now it says build successful. So now we have our very own mod exported. So now what we can do is we can just save this, I guess. Oh wait, no, I guess it auto saves. So now I guess we can exit out. And I have Minecraft open. Uh-oh, maybe not. So with Minecraft open, what we have to do is now install Forge. This is an existing version of Forge that I have, but I'm using 1.14.4, so I'll go into detail on how you can install Forge for your designated version. To install Forge for your Minecraft installation, you just want to go here, type in install Forge. So it should be the first one. If it does not show up on your end, I'll have a link to this website in the video description. So as I said before, I'm going to be using 1.14.4. So I'm going to go here and do this as shown. I'm going to download the recommended version. I want to do the installer. Okay. So this is just an advertisement. Please do not click on anything here. This is all just fake pop-ups, just trying to scam you. So just do not click anything in this section and wait until you see a skip button pop up. So I have that here. So I'll click on that, and now I'll have the jar file installed. You may see something saying that this file can harm your device. Trust me, it doesn't harm your device. It's just that jar files do not agree with it. So we can click on keep. And now we can run the jar. So after this finishes loading, we can get this up and running. After opening up Forge, you'll be greeted with this installer window. You want to click on install client, so because we're not using a server. However, if you are using a server, then you can click on install this. But I'm on a client, so I'm going to hit keep this, and I'm going to hit OK. So this shouldn't take long for the download process. So what this is doing is just remapping your system to work with Forge. After, you should see this successfully installed client profile Forge for version 1.14, etc. So this pretty much means that you have Forge for this installed. So you want to click on OK. So now if you go to your Minecraft, technically, so I already have this open, so it won't recognize it. So I'm going to close this and reopen Minecraft. So as you can see, a new option should show up, Forge 1.14.4. So we can hit play and we'll get into our mod. Before we get into our game, one thing I forgot to tell you was how we can send our jar file to Minecraft in order for it to get recognized. So to do that, you want to go to your keyboard and hit Windows key R. This will open the run dialog. For me, it's already populated, but if it's not, you want to type in what's written here. So I'll give you some time to do that. Or if you want, you can always pause the video here to have that in. So after that, you can click on OK, and you'll have a new File Explorer window open. This is where your Minecraft files are loaded. So you want to go to your mods folder. If there isn't a folder already, you can always just create a new folder and name it mods. So once you're in this folder, you can go to where you saved it and drag your jar files. So now I have this. The next time I open up Minecraft, this biome will be recognized. So it's super simple. And now if we open up Minecraft, you'll be able to access your biome. To actually see our mod in action, we want to create a new Minecraft world. Please do not use an existing world, because sometimes that can mess around with the mod files, and the next time you open the world, they might be corrupted. So you always want to take the safe route and create a new world. So I'm just going to name this Technetic Biome 1. Game mode, I'll make it creative just for the sake of it. World options, just leave this how it is. And before we get into it, just one thing to know is, as this is a biome, this will be tricky to find. However, there are numerous amounts of tools on the internet there to help us find our mods. So for example, I have a mod installed called Nature's Compass. So what that does is it lets you teleport to any mod of your choice. So I will be using that for this video. As you guys can see, we have been generated into a completely random seed. Well, as this is a mod, this can be very tedious to actually find. But luckily, I have a mod otherwise known as Nature's Compass. If you want, I'll have a video out on that soon, maybe possibly today or tomorrow, about how to install Nature's Compass. So more about that later. So with Nature's Compass, I can activate it, and I can choose any mod of my choice to teleport to. Since I didn't formally give my mod a specific name, it's going to be found towards the bottom. So I named it Technetic Biome, so it's going to be this one. You can go here, so you can click on teleport. So now I guess it usually, I don't know if it's a weird glitch, but sometimes it doesn't really work. So usually like a second or third time you use it does it. One thing that works for me is you select it, start search, and then you do it again. Teleport. See, now we have our mod. Just looking at it for the first time seems kind of intriguing to me, just thinking everything is just made out of my logo. I was kind of alarmed at first, but with my active shader using right now. By the way, if you want a shader, I'll have a card link to that just to make it more beautiful. More about that later. So as you can see, this mod, it looks really cool. I think what Nature's Compass does, it kind of teleports us to the border of another mod. So as you can see, another mod is just packed there, and then it forms into our beautiful yet boring mod. Yeah. So if you guys want me just to have a whole full-blown series on making a mod, which includes mobs, trees, dimensions, possibilities are endless. So if you want something made by me, leave a comment. So maybe depending on the votes, it's like if many people want me to make a video about that, I'll be sure to. So yeah, just it looks kind of cool. So if we dig it, you can see that we got our custom made ore. And it doesn't really look like how I expected it to, but I mean, that's what you get for doing it for the first time. But when you get adequate lighting, we can kind of just knock those out to show you. So with that adequate lighting, it looks kind of cool. But if you were to mine this, it wouldn't be as cool. Oh, speaking of mining, if you guys want, I was thinking of actually making this drop some item. Like for example, if I mine this ore, it might give me like a Technetic logo, and I can kind of make a Technetic logo to make a Technetic block. I don't know, I just thought of that. That'd be kind of cool to have. So yeah, if you guys want that, then say something. It always helps me out. If you guys like the video, pressing 3 simple buttons, which are the like, subscribe, and bell button would mean the world to me. I post weekly content that I know that you will love. But if there is something in mind that you really want a video on, say something in the comments. It really helps me out and connects us more together as a community. So, I guess this wraps up this video, and this is the Technetic, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.
We only gonna turn the party out.